All paper is not created equal. Dennis Guy, Hamilton's master recycler, is here to walk us through the path of paper from the recycling facility to its second life as a recycled paper product. This is Daily Web TV. Today we are taking a tour of the recycling plant, and to walk us through there is Dennis Guy from Waste Management. Dennis, after my blue boxes are collected, where does everything go?
Well, after yours are picked up and a whole bunch of others, it goes down to our recycling plant right here in Hamilton.
So when everything's put into the truck, when everything's stacked and layered in there, and then we're talking about paper, does anything ever get stuck in there?
No, not really. I mean, it certainly gets jammed in there so that it can collect more, but once it gets to the facility, over the scale to weigh how much is coming in, the tailgate opens up that has all the papers, and there's a push wall that just pushes it all out onto the tipping floor.
Now, what machine goes in there to push all the piles away?
It's a little machine called a Bobcat, and it's kind of like a little machine with a scoop on the front that scoots around. It's really narrow, tiny. It pivots so that it can make sharp turns. It scoops up a lot of the papers that are sitting around that the trucks just leave in a pile. And what it does then is it takes it onto a little bit of a different area so that it can be sorted. Okay, so why do we need to do all this sorting? Well, we need to do it so that once it gets to the facility, you're already just papers or already just containers, because as we're going to see, we sort it even further from there. Why do we have to sort paper? Are they not all the same? Sort of. I mean, it's all paper, right? It all comes from trees, does it not? Yeah, absolutely. Well, some of it comes from other paper that's been recycled. Yes. But really, the way that the fiber recycling game works is it all depends on the length of the fibers. So when you start out with fresh virgin paper, you've got really nice long fibers, really strong strength. But as you recycle papers more and more, those fibers get shorter and shorter, so you have to make other things out of them. So for instance, you may start with a nice, clean, white sheet of paper that gets recycled, and eventually you might have a sheet of newspaper. And that's why when it gets to the recycling facility, we put the cardboard in a pile over here, put the newspaper in a pile over here, and the other papers in a pile, because the people or the companies that want to recycle this material want a specific type of paper or length of fiber, however you want to look at it. What do you guys do with the big bales of paper? Yeah, so the way that it's shipped out, and it's the most efficient way to do it, is once all those different papers are separated, they're put through a baler. It's a great big compactor, so it squishes everything into a great big cube. It ties it with a really heavy gauge wire, and then it can be forklift up and onto like a regular transport truck, which would then go to a company who wants to recycle it. Do you guys ever find any interesting or fun stuff in people's boxes? We do, and I can't tell you about most of them, but the other week we had a copy of the Hamilton Spectator from 1967. Wow. Yeah, it was really neat. Had a bit of a smell to it, but it was pretty neat. I bet. Probably a little yellow. Well, it was yellowed, yeah, but completely intact. Nice. Yeah. It'd be interesting to see what people are throwing out some days, I guess. Some days it is. Where can somebody go to get more information on the recycling plant? The best bet is hamilton.ca/waste on the web, or give us a call at 905-546-CITY. Well, there's lots of interesting stuff happening at the recycling plant. Indeed. Thank you very much, Dennis. You're welcome. For more information on what's happening at your local recycling plant, check out their website. I'm Tracy Bizot, and you've been watching Daily Web TV.